everybody. It's Noise Neighbors Podcast. It's me, Joey McHugh, and joined as always by Mark Mulvaney. All right, Mulv.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
True.
Ain't no... Nah, just kidding. I'll spare you. I'll spare you.
I thought you were going to spit the whole thing, bro.
Nobody wants that.
That
Nobody
was
wants that.
shit.
Yeah. Pain.
Pain, for real.
Pain.
Of course, the CX boys are still up, by the way.
Of course. This is a live podcast.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be pretty brutal, I think.
Yeah.
Heartbreak
Hotel, isn't it?
Yeah. Sad boy summer has maybe just started.
Sad boy season is in full effect. The sad boy ones have been ordered. They'll be here in a month.
That's right. But yeah, let's do it. Let's get it off our chests. I really wanted to do this as a live show, mate, because I wanted to hear everybody's thoughts on this, because I've not deeped this yet, as they say.
What does that mean?
I haven't. I think when you think long and hard about something,
that's deeping,
or like really investigate. You know,
I would have had a different idea of what that was, but all right, cool, nice.
So yeah, the chat is already unhappy. But I think we're just going to focus today on this. UCL second leg semi-final.
Yeah,
Madrid.
Real Madrid. Yeah, I'm not pumped about this. So I think that's going to be the show. Basically, it's just we're going to talk Real Madrid, and then we'll break when we break, and we'll go to the chat when we go to the chat.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, hell yeah. We are literally flying by the seat of our pants right now. It's no different than any other time, so deal with it.
I'm not wearing pants.
You don't what?
Sorry, carry on.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, let's not waste any more time. We're going to talk Real Madrid. Meat and potatoes. Vic, take it away.
Meat and potatoes.
Okay, pissing shit. Real Madrid 3, City 1, 6-5 on aggregate.
Madness.
Not great. Not a good time. Extra time in this one.
Yeah.
I don't know. This one stings pretty good, because I was feeling pretty confident all week.
Yeah, we were 5 minutes away. From Paris. 5 minutes, and we got absolutely stunned in the Santiago Bernabeu.
Nailed that, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, the both goals were in the 90th minute.
Yeah,
Rodrigo.
Double time.
Just like, what the hell? What happened?
And he'd only been on the pitch for 15 minutes at that point.
Yeah. Well, no, he came.
No, he came yes, it's like a half hour.
We just got blitzed, mate. We just got blitzed in a single minute.
Yeah.
Hard to stomach. Really hard to stomach.
Yeah. Yeah, this sucked. I mean, I had a bad time the whole time. But as soon as the first one went in for them, I knew it was done.
Really?
I've seen it before.
Have you?
You know? Yeah. I'm used to getting hurt, and it's usually this club that does it to me.
Yeah. Well, here we are. We've got one trophy left to play for. A lot of comments. I got people texting me and that, seeing it on Twitter. A lot of people
responding to text messages right now.
I look at them and
okay. I just hit the mark as red button.
A lot of thoughts right now are, that's it, we're gonna blow the league.
That seems like a lot.
That seems like an overreaction.
Lots of knee jerkiness out there.
Yeah. I want to react to some of it though. Hopefully we get some in the chat.
Yeah.
Paul Ashwin has said he didn't want it anyway. Classic.
All right, yeah, that's pretty good. Mickey Mouse Cup, isn't it?
That's a way to perennially enjoy yourself.
Not bothered, mate. Not bothered.
Shinnick says typical.
Yeah.
Is it? Is it typical
for City to get to the Champions League semifinal? No. For City to absolutely bottle one they should have won? Yeah, kind of.
Stanley Hawkins, FML.
Friends, mates, lads. Is that what that means?
Must be.
Cool.
Carl Rasmussen wants to know, did you watch the match?
That seems like a made-up last name.
That's wrong. That's a burner.
Yeah, it's got to be a burner account.
Yeah. His real name's probably like Ragamuffin or something like that.
Yeah, like Carl Ragamuffin or something. Or like he probably goes by some like dumb cartoon name.
Yeah. We did watch the match, so-called Kyle.
A legend, Kyle.
Michelle Shepard in Houston, hello. Disappointing how we were so close, but chin up and let's concentrate on the next game. Okay, perspective.
Yeah, G'ing us up. Let's go.
Very disappointing. We were so close. I mean, we were so close.
Quite literally the last minute.
Jacob Lackey from MCFC Knox said he had to go to work in the 89th minute. What did I miss?
They canceled the game, bro. They didn't finish it. It was just done, actually.
We're in the final, mate.
We did.
We'll see you in Paris.
We went through on fair play.
Michael wants to know, did you guys have faith going into extra time? I felt once they leveled, it was done. Wow, that's basically what you just said, Joey.
Yep. Well, that's my burner account.
Okay. Okay. Well done.
I'm doing speak to text like off of this. I just keep muting my mic.
Braylon says you were the least confident. So okay.
True.
Was at the pub. Braylon can
True.
confirm. She's speaking of you, Joey.
I looked very confident at the pub, I think. Between the kneeling and the sweating and the wanting to die and the
We did watch this together, by the way, at the pub.
We did. So there is proof that we do actually know each other in person.
Yes. We did watch the game.
Yeah.
Matty the Citizen, heartbreak. Shout out to Mulv. Met him a while back when I lived in Dallas. Proper lad.
Maybe you're McLad after all. It's not me.
It's not about being pep out for me. It's more wanting something new, whether it's Holland or a new coach. Okay. Yeah. So I did see some nonsense about pep out or people even asking the question pep in or out.
Who?
Immediate block.
Yeah, immediate block. Mute button forever. Block island. Get the hell out of here.
Let's talk about that for a minute, mate, because I'm always very critical of Pep when it comes to the Champions League, yeah?
Yep.
But my personal opinion on this one is this is nothing to do with Pep. I thought he was perfect. I thought the substitutions he made were perfect. Today, he put us in a really good position to win this. We should have been in a better position had we had a bigger lead going into this one, which we probably should have, looking back.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of components to City's exit from this tournament, but I don't think Pep's one of them.
Yeah. Yeah. How do we go from we're top of the league and all we have to do is like beat the remaining teams and we win the Premier League again to we get knocked out in the Champions League and it's Pep Champions League semifinal the year after we were in the final and it's Pep out. That's crazy.
Well, it's a lot of people that just focus on the Champions League and they want it more than anything else, right? So yeah, I think in a lot of years gone by, they would have a good point. Being critical of him, but wasn't this season. This season he had it spot on.
Yep. He been good.
Yeah.
I get like wanting something different though. I mean, it's kind of been a thing all season of like, what is the plan B? We don't have one because we don't have a striker. So like it's just continue to put little bodies up front and hope that somebody gets on the end of something or somebody does like a little cute, some cute play with one of the other guys and we get through. But like if there was ever a game that we definitely needed someone that could kind of just, I don't know, change how we attack things, this was probably it. Because there's a lot of crosses going in. There was nobody that could get onto the end of at the end of the match. And, Holland would be pretty nice. Delap would have been nice tonight. Who am I kidding? Like just another, an alternative form of attack, I think. Yeah.
I think I feel that way more about the first leg.
True.
I know we scored 4.
Yeah.
But I mean, we seriously could have been out of sight, mate.
Yeah.
If we were more clinical, and I get it. You score 4, you'd have been very happy scoring 4, right?
Yeah.
You would have said, "Yeah, I'll take 4 against Real Madrid in the first leg." But when you look at the game, you look at that 90 minutes, you go in, it could have been 10. You know what I mean? It should have been 10.
Yeah.
So, do you mind going through some of the comments for a minute while I try to get a guest on here?
Guests? Oh man.
I'm trying to get a guest on, yeah.
Yeah, what do we got here? Yeah, so Carl, when Walker was on Madrid, had 0 shots on goal. You sent me a stat earlier that was like in all of the time that Kyle Walker was in the matches against Real Madrid, no shots on goal, no goals. And in the 72 minutes that he hadn't played or something like that, we conceded 6. Michelle Shepard, Kevin was not his best today. Yeah, I tend to kind of agree with that. Salute, bad day, boys. Thanks, Frankie. Nick down in New Zealand. Hey, boys, feeling miserable as fuck here in New Zealand. New Zealand? I think I've nailed that. Pretty much, that's the only New Zealand accent I can do is just say the name of the country. New Zealand? Love the All Blacks. There, crushed it. Yeah, thanks. Can't believe what happened, although they showed us how to close a game out. Conceding the second goal like that is unforgivable. It ain't great. John Ashley, he for sure has not seen this match. City are good and being good, not great at being lucky, but we are awful at being good and not unlucky. That is a British sentence if I've ever seen one. Franklin Cap, let's see if that boy do be capping. Thought Pep got the lineup right, but subs were bad in my opinion. Don't get why Zinchenko came on instead of Ake and Mahrez was subbed. I think the Zinchenko one that's all we were asking for once Kyle looked hurt, you know? That's all we wanted was Zinchenko on and Cancelo over to the right because it made most sense. Mahrez, I mean, I was screaming for a Mahrez sub before the goal happened. So I can't really.
That was really funny.
I can't really talk much shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think the lineup was good. I'll run through it real quick. We haven't even mentioned that yet. So starting lineup was Ederson, Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, Big Eric Laporte, João Cancelo, and then in the middle you had Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, and then up front Mahrez, Gabby Jesus, and Phil Foden.
Phil Foden.
Phil Foden. I'm on Phil. Yeah, I was pumped on that. I love a Gabby Bernabeu situation. You know, he hates them.
Sorry, I missed. There was a comment about somebody didn't like the substitutes.
Yeah. This one.
I thought Franklin was capping, wasn't he?
Yeah, that boy do be capping. That's cap, Frank.
I liked the substitutions.
Same.
Yeah, I thought Gundogan especially added a real level of calm and control when he came on. I
reverse
don't know.
ball to Bernardo.
Yeah, I don't know.
As they say in French, les sex.
I don't know what happened in that wild minute where we gave up 2. Do you think we just switched off like maybe 5-10%, something like that, and got burned?
Yeah, it had to have been, right?
In the second goal, the header is like a double header.
True.
One guy clips it, and the other guy still manages to head it in.
Yeah, true.
Wow. Really good goal. Really good goal. Oh, he says he would have been more solid with Ake.
Maybe, but I wasn't worried about defensive solidity. Quite honestly,
I was worried about.
I was looking for attacking.
Yeah.
I don't think you can. At that point, it was even. I think when Walker comes out, he comes out in the 72nd.
Yeah, absolutely. Walker did not concede a goal.
Right. So right after Walker went out is when Mahrez scores. So it's damn near even. It's still a 1-goal margin. We needed attacking prowess. I wasn't worried about them scoring.
Yeah. Shinnick said that KDB looked gassed. Yeah, he must have been, or else he never would have taken him off.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose that's Is that something to look forward to for the weekend, that he didn't play a full 120 minutes?
I mean, I guess.
I suppose, but
are we like super worried about Kevin being able to go the full 90 against the Barcodes? You know what I mean?
I hope he goes 60 and we have it won by 60. Did you talk about Bobby Digital's comment here? Gutted, man. We blew it in the first leg, not putting this to bed. Yeah, I keep coming back to that. Blew it in typical City fashion. Ref was atrocious. Casemiro should have been gone after 20.
We got to talk about that.
Yeah, all right. Let's talk about the refereeing. Let me start by saying no excuses. Yeah, should have beaten these. We weren't good enough.
We lost.
Nah.
But
first of all, in the first leg, we got a dodgy handball penalty.
True.
What's that about? Another. They'll probably change the rule this summer, and
what's that about?
next summer, that won't be a penalty. You know, next season that won't be a penalty. Today, like, what's going on with what was a yellow card versus what wasn't a yellow card?
Yep.
How was Raheem Sterling ended up with a yellow for probably his best ever tackle, and Casemiro?
Yeah, for real though.
And Casemiro's not got a yellow for a horse collar for my NFL.
Casemiro ended that match without a card at all.
That's
at no point did he receive a yellow card.
That's fishy.
That's a madness.
That is dead fishy.
That's fishy at best, dude.
Yeah.
Like that's almost. We can't get into conspiracies. It just feels like that's a weird one.
Very.
The first foul is a yellow.
Yeah.
And then he persistently fouls after that. I don't know. That's a tough one to swallow.
Matthew out of Delaware.
It's a pretty good comment, Matthew.
He's not bothered.
No, true.
Steve Talon, how did this happen? That's what we're trying to figure out, pal.
Yeah, that's the unanswerable question, Stephen. We'll never know.
I hope you're not looking to us for answers. That's why we're going live, for you to tell us.
Also, we literally never have answers. It's just two idiots talking into microphones, and for some reason, people think we have like some sort of insight. There's zero insight to be had.
Where do you want to go now? You want to talk about the players?
Hell, I feel like. I mean, this is.
Let's talk about some players tonight. Yeah, we already talked about KDB not being at his best. Who was at their best?
Rodri.
Rodri before he got tired.
Yeah, Rodri before he was tired. I thought Cancelo looked good. Bernardo.
Bernardo was great.
Yeah, Bernardo seems like a slam dunk. I thought Kyle was decent before whatever that was.
I think it was a Warriors performance, man. For him to do what he did. Once again, the stats on Walker don't lie. You know, his plus minus is
it's not
zero.
Yeah, that's an okay.
He's not at fault for anything here. Mahrez struggled until he scored. We were at the pub. We were calling for his substitution.
Yeah.
He just wasn't really posing any threat to them. He was good. Well, no, he was a little bit sloppy. He was a little bit sloppy. And I wanted him to play today because I thought he would help us control the game and keep the ball. But he was a little bit sloppy. But he does the one thing you want him to do, which is put the ball in the back of the net. So. And the one thing we keep coming back to about the first leg, if we'd have put more balls in the back of the net, and we probably should have, we wouldn't be in this position. So if we're saying, hey, do more of this, and he did it, that's all right. But it didn't have a great game aside from the goal.
He was super frustrating. I feel like
he can be.
To me, it's we've talked about it before in the show, like. He's not the guy you put in for your pressing lineups.
Right.
Everyone around him is that's all of the pressers around him. Bernardo, Kevin, Phil, Gabby, Kyle, Zhao, like that's all the pressers. And then you have him. Like he stands out like a sore thumb. You know?
True. I wonder anybody in the chat thinks it was a game for Sterling rather than Mahrez. Let's talk about Jack Grealish for a minute, mate, because he almost single-handedly put this game to bed, and he was very unlucky not to.
Yeah.
I mean, he was ripping him to shreds down the left wing, mate.
This felt like if he would have scored in this felt like landmark kind of like
like maybe he kicks on from there, like
finally getting his name out of some motherfuckers' mouths. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean he got to the byline. He put it across the goal, and the Madrid player just managed to clear it out.
Yeah.
Courtois makes a hell of a save with his foot on him. That's definitely going in. Oh man, I just want it so badly for the guy. Yeah. And a Champions League semi-final to be the difference in that would have made all the difference for him, I think. So, yeah, Spencer Schwartz from New York agrees with me. Hey lads, sure the ref didn't do us any favors, but at the end of the day, we just couldn't score. No excuses. We bottled it. Yeah. In a nutshell, we did. But I think you got to look at both legs. You really do. Yeah, he thought KDB had an off day too. Yeah, he wasn't at his best today.
Yeah, it wasn't great. I was mad that he came off just because, you
never want to see him come out.
No, it's like one of the top 4 players in the world.
Well, let's take a break, pal.
Okay. Yeah, let's take a break. We come back. We're going to keep talking this, I guess, and keep talking to you guys in the comments. Don't move, I guess. All right, everybody. We're back to the Noise Neighbors podcast. Joey McHugh and Mark Mulvaney talking the extremely disappointing elimination of City from the Champions League. Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, blah, 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 blah. We all watched it. It was horseshit. Where do you go from here, but like not in a fun way?
Yeah.
You know? Like,
yeah, the other way.
This is like this is the biggest downer we've had since the Champions League final, in my opinion.
Yeah, 100%. This is as they say,
come the crunch.
Come the crunch.
Come the crunch, indeed.
This is it. And we are now looking at 1 trophy maximum.
Yep.
We're in a good position to win it, I think. Michelle loved your comment. It was amazing until it was horseshit. That's great. Yeah, we're looking at. I mean, it's a big trophy. It's the one I would want.
Wise or like importance wise, because it is one of the larger ones.
True. It's the one I would want every time over the Champions League, if I'm honest. Once again, my stance on the Champions League is a bunch of bullshit. It's the original financial doping. We are in it, and now everybody's mad. People wonder why we're top of the money league when we've been in it longer than any other English club consecutively. And big surprise, we have loads of money now. Well, that's how everybody else got loads of money.
Yeah.
The Champions League. So I hate it. But I only want to win it out of spite. I just want to win it out of spite.
That's where I'm at.
Stop bothering us about
it. We win this. It's one of the larger middle fingers on the planet.
Yeah, I want it for the players because I know they want it badly.
Yep.
I mean, Pep's already won it, but I really want it for the players.
Since he didn't win at Bayern and he hasn't won it at City, there's this like thing, this narrative thing that's like he can't win it without Messi. And it's like, bro, it's literally the best manager that's ever lived.
Fine margins, you know.
Yeah,
you have to have a bit of luck to win it. But you also have to be better. We can't. I'm not saying we haven't won it because we've been unlucky. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of different things, but we're gonna have to be better too. So let's talk about. You want to talk about how we might get better in this thing?
Yeah, I mean, I think just having multiple plans of attack is the biggest thing. Every time that we've faltered this year, it's felt like because we didn't have a plan B. Yeah. And everyone, it's the same argument like mainstream media uses, where it's like, well, they don't have a striker, so blah 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 blah. But sometimes, like today, and even in the first leg, I guess, even though we won, it just felt like if we would have had some other way to finish off some, or even just like something else to aim at, we could have maybe had better chances. Like against a keeper like Courtois, who's so big and controls the box so well, like it might be nice to have a bully in there, somebody that can actually bug him. Yeah, I don't know. Everything else to me looked pretty good. Defensively, we've been great the entire tournament. The midfield has been ace. It's tough to ask for anything better than Rodri, Bernardo Silva, and Kevin De Bruyne, especially this season. Like up front, Mahrez, leading goal scorer on the team, leads us in goals in the Champions League. Gabby Jesus has been out of his mind for a month, and Phil Foden has been golden boy all season. So it's like it's tough to really pick apart this lineup or what we've done most of the year. The only thing I can go back to is like I just wish there was, when this doesn't work, what do you do?
Yeah.
Instead of just putting more midfielders on.
Well, I'm pretty confident we're going to solve one of those problems this summer, mate.
What do you think is going to happen?
I think we're going to sign 2 strikers. Well, we've already signed one.
Name both of them.
Well, let's go with that Alvarez out of Argentina.
Balls, yeah.
And then let's
fired up on him, by the way.
Let's sign the Viking, the RoboCop, the Terminator.
My light keeps flying over. Yeah, dude.
Dog. Let's sign him.
Is that how they say that in Norwegian? What is the language?
Jacob's looking for Danny Ings.
Big Danny Ings? We should get Charlie Austin, even though he has no knees, which is the funniest transfer story I've ever heard in my life. His transfer to QPR or something got delayed because like the guy that ran the club thought he didn't have any knee ligaments. As if knees worked like that.
John Carew. Okay.
I want us to have a striker that will Peter Odom-Wingy us. That will just show up on deadline day, just drive down to the Etihad campus and be like, no, I'm not leaving until I get signed. How far is the drive from Dortmund to Manchester?
I think 45 minutes.
Cool. Yeah, hell yeah. He can totally do that just on deadline day.
Yeah, I agree with you. Give Pep more options. Yeah. I think this false 9 thing or this no 9 thing, whatever you want to call it, no traditional 9 thing, will still be a thing for many matches because I think there'll be matches where it's really appropriate.
Agree.
But I think there's going to be, there's clearly a need for somebody more clinical. And let me ask you this. Do we need more clinical wingers or midfielders? What are your thoughts on that?
Clinical wingers probably is a bigger thing to me than midfielders, maybe. Love Sterling to death, but can be extremely frustrating. Probably should score twice as many goals as he does. Grealish just hasn't done it this season, and that's not a knock on him. Nobody does it in the first season under Pep, so like I'm not that stressed about it. But like
he's not going anywhere either.
No,
some of these guys possibly are.
Yeah, and I think the one that possibly is the one that scores the most. Just because it just makes too much business sense. Like I think if any of the wingers go, it's probably Mahrez. Just because the business of it makes too much sense. PSG is going to lose a bunch of players. You bring in a guy like him, you get like 4 good years out of him. City make money on it. I don't know. Like Gabby, it took him all season to come on and actually do something. Foden scores, but like that's it. Everybody else is a midfielder. I have no issues with Gundogan. Scored a shitload last year. Bernardo, contributes. Kevin. Constantly. I mean, it's the front 3 just don't do enough right now.
Yeah, agreed. I think it might be. Well, I think it's obviously things are going to change in the summer. I mean, you've already got 2 strikers coming in, so even one striker, a top striker, is going to. That's one less place for a winger to play.
Yep.
Because we won't have wingers playing false 9 anymore, or midfielders, to be fair. So I can see personally, I can see Gabby going. Actually, I think Alvarez is probably his replacement. I think he's done himself and City a world of good on his potential transfer fee in the last month or two. But
just hope Arsenal's willing to pay it.
The miss against Liverpool in the FA Cup semi will haunt me, mate. I mean, we needed that one. We need more shaggers in the side, man. And Gabby's been a great servant. His attitude has been spot on for somebody who's just really been a really good squad player.
Yep.
But I don't think you can expect those people to stay happy when they know they can be a bigger fish somewhere else. So I think it's Alvarez season. I think it's Haaland season.
Ooh.
I think the winger situation. I think Sterling will see out his contract and then leave.
Agree.
So I think Sterling will be the one
paying the English, like the homegrown player. It's going to be whatever his fee is, and then tack on. Well, he's homegrown, so it's here's 15 million more.
So I think there's going to be a little bit of a change up in the front.
We'll go true 4-4-2.
Yeah, I actually think he's going to do that.
I think
he almost plays it now.
Yeah.
Those two presses up front I can see that being Alvarez and Haaland for sure. Wow.
The Delap comes on as a
Delap.
Wow. It makes it move when you think about it. You know what I mean?
So yeah, but getting back to my original question, how can we get better at this crunch time of the season? I do think we could stand to have a couple more players.
Yep.
I think the fullback situation really put us in a pickle coming into the semi because Cancelo was suspended, right?
Yeah.
And Walker was not fit, which Madrid took advantage, particularly in the first leg. And if not for a heroic performance from Walker today, well, I guess my point is true. Like he couldn't make the full 90 or 120 minutes. If he was a fully fit Walker, I don't know that we concede because we hadn't conceded with him on the pitch at all. So,
is it worth bringing up at all? Like, I think coming into the season, we might have thought that we did have 4 fullbacks. One of the fullbacks was removed from.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
removed himself.
Yeah, but that's one of those things that like that happens, and that's not what your plans were for the season, and then you can't really replace that because the transfer window's closed, and then like it's January, and you're not going to pay. Then it's January fees, and you're not dropping a shitload of cash on a left back in January. You know.
What's interesting about
it over there, you see like, Cancelo's got to play there constantly.
Yeah, he uses it as a way to get top players more minutes because they're so versatile, and he gets away with it for the most part.
Yeah.
The interesting thing to me is considering he who shall not be named missed the entire season.
Yeah,
that Zinchenko hadn't played more. You know what I mean?
It bugs me.
Yeah, he. I think he is. I think we are well stocked at fullback.
Do you think 3 is fine?
So it's Walker, Cancelo, Zinchenko, and Ake, right? I mean, Ake's he's played a lot of big minutes at left back in recent weeks. And I mean, you're trying to get players like Ake, Zinchenko, Cancelo. You're trying to keep them happy, keep them playing. If you add another fullback into the mix, it could, somebody's not playing.
Right.
Because you're so deep at centre back with Stones, Diaz, Laporte, and Ake.
Yep.
Where are these guys going to play? So it's a really tough balance for Pep, and I think overall he does a good job of keeping everybody happy, keeping the camp, satisfied. But I do think we're a couple of players short.
Yeah.
Do you want to? How are we doing on time?
We're at 35.
I feel like we've a lot of great comments are coming in that we should probably get to. Do you want to? I'll pose them here.
Yeah, you steer.
So yeah, on that very topic, Spencer Schwartz. Do you think we need to sign a proper left back in the summer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Just off the top of your head, you got any ideas?
No, just because I haven't been as weird this year as I am most years where I'm just like
You haven't played FIFA in a bit?
I haven't. I don't have anywhere to put my PlayStation in my house, so I might get FIFA on my computer maybe. But yeah.
I'm actually okay at fullback.
Me too.
I'd like to get a bit.
Oh, you mean you ain't getting one?
Yeah, I would.
I was like, yeah, I'm
decent. Stay. Oh, you mean no? I'm shit at fullback. Oh dear. I might like to see more of Egan Riley.
Ooh, yeah, we do need some more double barrel names in the team.
Yeah. Okay. So Joey's going for yes. I'm going for. I'm all right.
Okay.
Let's see. Johnny Lara thinks we're missing Sane.
That's about 3 years too late, though. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I don't know if pace down the wing was the issue.
No. Not sure, Johnny. Not sure about that.
Who was the striker that season, but other than Aguero?
Gabby and Aguero switched on and off.
Aguero, okay.
Yeah. Joe Heffernan loves Jesus as a sub, as a role player. Yeah, same.
Yeah. But like Mulv said earlier, he's not gonna. He wants to be Brazil's number 9. You know, he can't keep doing this the rest of his career.
Cremaster 3.
Made up name.
Cremaster 3. Do you think they found a way to limit service to Gabby and Mahrez? None of the front three seem to get much time on the ball. So we haven't really spent any time on what you saw of Madrid tonight. Like, did you see anything?
Not really. I thought we were sloppy at times. And that doesn't help. I don't feel like they were cutting off many of the balls out wide. I thought we probably even could have exploited that more. There was a lot of diagonals that were on that never got played. I think maybe we played a little bit too conservative at times with how we played the ball.
Mm-hmm.
The issue there was always one more pass before a switch should have happened.
The issue is you got to 180 minutes.
Yeah.
Right. And you had a 2-goal lead. So everything you had done and played up until that point was enough to after 180 minutes win the match by 2.
Yeah.
And then it all just fell apart. So it's very difficult to criticize things when you put them in that perspective. Let's see. Yeah, I guess let me ask you this. Do you think Madrid were better defensively tonight than they were in the first leg, or do you think City just weren't as good?
50-50.
Okay.
I wasn't. I think Courtois was better.
Yeah, for sure. He was massive.
I don't think they were better. The midfield wasn't better. Casemiro, lucky to be on the whole match. Lucky to not get a card the whole match. Could that have made them better since he didn't get in trouble somehow the whole time? Maybe. But I don't think it was that much of a difference that we couldn't have got another one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we were as good. And I don't know that they were that much better. They were just... We were easy to deal with, I think. Okay, JRX has a couple of comments. He wants to start by saying that was shit. 100%, mate. He says he's devastated. He wanted the Champions League more than the Prem this year. Right now, he doesn't give an F how the season ends. Oh, my man is in a bad way.
JRX needs a hug.
My man is in a bad way.
If you know JRX personally, give him a phone call. JR, go take a walk, pal. Hit a lap.
Yeah, keep an eye on JRX. Spencer again. Raz tends to do his best with a proper clinical striker. Yep. You saw that when he paired with Aguero or Kane with England. He's great for England. Yeah, he's expecting Raheem to have a good season if Haaland signs. I think that's fair. I really do. Because Haaland or any proper striker is going to require a lot of attention. So, yeah, I agree with that, Spencer. Jacob Levitz says he blames himself.
Yeah.
He wasn't tranquilo enough.
You should, Jake.
I don't know.
Also, you didn't even spell tranquilo right, brother.
Tranquilo. Mark Armstrong, losing the Prem will be pure pain compared to this. Okay, so here's somebody who values the Prem over the UCL like me. UCL. Champions League. Yeah, JRX again talking about City's needing to be more ruthless. he's just
he's in it. Yeah, he's the Kermit. Yep.
He's worried about Liverpool doing the quadruple. Yeah,
I'm not worried about that.
But ultimately, it's not the Rags, so who gives a shit?
Different kind of annoying.
Grant Miller says, "Good evening to us. Good evening,
Hello.
mate. Sad I missed the beginning. You haven't missed
Nothing
much.
to be said about, yeah, it's been this the whole time.
Glad to see your wonderful faces to brighten up this rough day. Oh, that's very kind. Glad to see your face.
Literally, not a wonderful face right now. Bad face.
Sad face.
So much sad face.
Is there any merit to the Jude rumor? That's Jude Bellingham.
Haven't heard it.
It makes a lot of sense.
We're probably the only ones that can afford him.
Yeah. Get the lad in. I mean, I've always said that City should always go for the best English talent, right? So it didn't surprise me when we went for Raheem. Didn't surprise me when we went for Grealish, Stones, Walker, all the lads, because they're I would say of the England team, they're some of the best players.
Literally starters.
Outside of maybe Kane, which we also went for.
Tried it,
yeah. So I think City will always, because you have to have English players, right?
Yeah.
And all the great sides across Europe that have dominated for any length of time have had the players from that country making up the majority, like the spine of that team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Spain, it's Barcelona, Real
Spain
Madrid.
in particular, yeah. So I think England, City will always chase the best English players, and he looks like him and Foden look like, the future of English football. So I would not be surprised if we tried to get him in the door.
Sancho, huh?
Sancho's had a shocker, pal. Let's see. Jason Nebs up in Toronto, dead inside. Yeah, don't envy your job, lads. Yeah, well, we're trying to just talk it out. Talk it out.
This is group therapy, guys. We're just gonna get some feelings out. We're all going through it right now. We're in the trenches.
Cesar Barraza.
Nailed that. You crushed that.
Nailed it. Our rhythm was off. Yeah,
we had bad rhythm.
I think so. I agree with you, Cesar. Not at the races tonight for some reason. And the lineup was really strong. We weren't really missing anybody. Yeah, hard to put your finger on why we weren't, playing in top gear.
Nights,
Tiredness, maybe? I don't know.
Like they've played. I don't know. It's not like they're not playing either.
True. Great question here from Colby Williamson. Is it time for a freshen up the squad with younger players? I know what you're going to say.
In this type of match, no. But I think we probably could do better with that in the Premier League matches. Like if we're blowing out a team when there's 30 minutes left or 20 minutes left, I don't see why all three subs wouldn't be, because every week we're carrying EDS players on the bench.
I would take it a step further, mate. I think there are matches from the start where you could. I think one at a time.
Yeah, it's like
one at a time.
Palmer.
On a game, one singular game, you could put a McAtee in there. You could put an Egan Riley at right back, because you want them playing with the other strongest 10, to see if they're any good. when you play them with a mixed bag team, half juniors, half senior team, it's not a real good test or evaluation of them. But every now and then, I think you throw a singular youth player in the mix and see how you go. See how you go. Because they're fantastic. They are absolutely fantastic. I don't want to pick on Adam Booker here, but he tweeted the other day, did not like the price of the tickets in Green Bay. No, this is on Twitter. Because he said, you're basically looking at seeing an under 23 side,
Yeah.
I was like, mate, our under 23s are fucking great.
Yeah. The under 23 player we saw in Nashville was Phil Foden.
Yeah.
That was okay.
Come on, man. Come on. I don't know everybody's financial situation. So.
I'm just glad you're past
it. Cesar again. He wants to know. Sorry. Just to wrap up on Colby's question, I think yes, we could introduce more youth players. I think. Cesar again, a Jude and Gundo switch. I think that's fair. No money exchanged.
I don't know if Gundo wants to go back to Dortmund, but especially in the state they're in right now, like that's going to be a tough sell.
We got loads of great comments coming in here. I think what we should do is take our last break and then finish with more comments from the listeners.
Yeah, we'll take one more break. When we come back, we will finish up with your comments. Don't move.
Okay, welcome back. Hope you're enjoying this. If you are enjoying this is the Noisy Neighbors podcast. If you're not enjoying this is Main Road Ramble. So
yeah. Yeah. If you don't like this is
I'm John Ashley.
Yeah, I'm Joe Ricci.
No, we love the lads. We are going to
who's the one? I'm Kevin.
We're going to link up with the lads from Main Road Ramble in the summer in Houston, so look out for that. Looking to do a live podcast if possible. We'll do some sort of podcast link up with those boys, so looking forward to that.
How I'm going to stay sober for that is...
Don't even kid yourself, pal. Don't even kid yourself.
Well, I just mean like afterwards, who gives a shit? But like, I'm going to have to do this in front of potentially do this in front of a crowd and like talk. This is fine.
Pal. You'll be fine.
I'm a nervous boy.
All right, let's wrap this up. Big up the chat, by the way, because the chat is carrying this episode, big style. And you know what? Let's finish out with these guys.
Good, Dad.
We were talking about transfers and how this team can be better come the crunch. This time of year, I suggested we could do with having a couple more players into the mix. Jacob Lackey has thrown James Ward-Prowse.
Oh, okay. I thought this was a long lost Wright Phillips brother.
JWP.
Yeah, Jonathan Wright Phillips.
Big up Sean Wright Phillips, by the way, who stopped through Chicago today.
King. Short Kings unite.
Yes. Have met, have enjoyed. What a bloke. Sean Wright Phillips. Total hero.
Car named after him.
That's right. Can Joey recommend a grief management routine? It's a long way to 2023.
How much time you got? I'm looking for like actual therapy, or like you just want to kind of move around a lot.
We thought this was the therapy.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Just take a breather. Go eat some vitamins. You'll be all right.
Let's see. Do we want to talk about the weekend for a little bit? We got Newcastle. Austin Norton wants to see Grealish, Palmer, Delap for Newcastle.
To start?
Okay. He took the kid chat to the next level.
Austin Norton's got some big ideas, and I like that about him.
Let's think about who didn't play tonight, who maybe came off early. So Ederson in goal. Probably Cancelo at right back. Walker didn't make the full 90.
This feels like an Ake left back game, yeah?
Yeah, possibly. He didn't play at all tonight, did he? No. Yeah. Let's see. Rodri came out. He could play. He should play.
Came out.
He was good too.
Yeah.
Gundogan only played the second half. He'd probably play.
Bernardo. I think it's probably Kevin and Bernardo. Or Kevin and Gundo, sorry.
Yeah, hopefully Kevin's all right. Yeah. And then up front, Grealish, Sterling.
Phil's fitness. I think Phil's fitness is what the answer will be.
Yeah.
Is Phil fit enough to go again?
I think we could say that about the whole thing. Fitness.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot will depend on who came out of that 120 minutes fit to go.
With gas in the tank still.
Is it Sunday morning or is it Saturday morning? Sunday morning. That helps.
I've got a late FC Dallas game Saturday night, so I'm going to be struggling.
More misery.
Hopefully we don't lose to Seattle. Fight and win.
We'll go to Colby again. Could the long-term boys Sterling, Gundo, Walker be tired of hearing Pep? Not.
I get where he's coming. I get where he's coming from.
Yeah. No, not for me. I think Pep has. I mean, particularly Sterling. I think Pep has turned into an absolute monster. Walker too. Walker as well. Gundo. Would you say Gundo's best years were here or Dortmund?
Probably here. But it's close.
A lot more here, hasn't he?
Yeah, probably here, but it's close.
Yeah.
And he hasn't won a lot more here because of him only. Like he's just been in a much, much better side.
The improvement of Sterling and Walker compared to before we had them is markedly more than Gundo, I think.
So.
Although Gundo's been fantastic and won loads. I think I'll go back to what I was saying before. I think not necessarily these three because they get a lot of minutes, but Sterling has not been really used down the stretch, so he might climb into this category now. But those players who are kind of just squad players, keeping them mentally bought into everything is very challenging, I think. So there might be something to your point there, Colby, that some of these guys, Sterling would be the one for me of the three you listed, Sterling, Gundo, and Walker, who might be ready to move on.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
Yeah. Let's see. Grant Miller thinks that Phil probably rests this weekend. Played a lot of football.
Yeah, maybe so.
Jacob Levitt.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't hate Newcastle being one of the matches where maybe a Palmer or a McAtee gets a start.
Yeah.
Especially if you've got Grealish and somebody else up there with him to kind of like Sterling to do the kind of leadership stuff.
Big up Jacob Levitt's in the chat. He's continually talking about DFW sports. There was a Mavericks reference earlier, and now there is a hoops reference. So big up Jacob, repping all of the Dallas teams. Love it, mate.
Yep.
You got to support your locals,
Bingo.
Okay, we got a new one here from Addo17X. Really devastated right now how it ended, but I believe in this team to come back strong and close out the league. I can't blame anyone for this. It's just crap, honestly. Needed and a right back, in my opinion.
Okay.
He
fell apart there at the end. We did.
He fell apart at the end a bit there.
I don't get the speed wobbles there towards the end, but that's all right. we move. We move.
Yeah, he sort of gave up 2 goals in the 90th minute. He got all the way to the end and then gave up 2 goals right at the end.
There we go. He's corrected. He's corrected in the chat.
Needs a right back in the summer. Well done, Ado.
So I'm guessing as Cancelo as he is just a left back now. If this is if that's what he's going for here, because that would mean you'd have Walker and insert a name, and then Cancelo and Zinchenko.
He's more effective there somehow.
Video game character. That's how.
Yeah, he is.
Creative player.
I'm with
you everything up.
I'm with you on the devastation, mate. It really hurts at the moment. This has helped me. Would you believe? Just chatting it out with you guys, with you, Joey.
I had that effect on people.
I'll say this, and I told somebody who was clearly devastated at the pub. There was a lad in the back called Tim who just was not.
Bro,
was in a bad way after the game.
Tim was battling. Yeah. When I left, he was full on leaned over on a pool table.
Oof.
How do you comfort someone like that?
Yeah, he's just a kid too. He's a college kid.
T's and P's to the boy, huh? T's and P's to Tim.
Yeah. I told Tim, I said, listen, mate, Manchester City are going to be very, very good for a very long time. So maybe that's how we can wrap this show up tonight.
We need to get some definitely legal rips of like old games and just give them to Tim of like, yo, you think this is bad? Here's 8-2 Middlesbrough. And go watch that.
No, it's a tough one tonight. It's a tough swill to follow.
True. No, yeah. All right, guys. Mulv has had 3 cups of tea tonight. He is suited.
Tough swill to follow tonight. But yeah, we're going to be very good for a very long time. So I think we have that to fall back on.
Yeah.
Still got the league to win. We can win this league. I don't doubt we're in pole position to win this league. These players have an incredible mentality. Maybe you didn't see it tonight, but over the course of the last few years, I think you've definitely seen it. Yeah, loads to look forward to. Another 4 cup finals, so to speak.
Yeah, for sure. Oof, Madone. Is that it, huh? That's the show? What a fun time. People are going to love this. This is clearly one of our top 5 shows of all time.
Carried by the chat.
Yeah, between this one and my mental breakdown, this is these are absolute bangers. Yeah, so that's the show. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for listening. If you're watching and you haven't already, please click the like button. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. Fucking top rope, elbow drop on the bell. That way you get notified whenever we go live. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure you like the video, share it if you want. I don't know if anyone's watching on Twitter, but if you are, I don't know, retweet it and like it and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, for sure. Probably millions and millions. So go ahead and do that. Whatever podcast stuff you listen to us on, make sure you rate and subscribe and review and all that kind of stuff. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, pretty much all of them, except for what was that one?
You're thinking of Podbean.
They can do one. They are shit. Podbean sucks. Don't do that. Follow us on Twitter at NoisyPod, #AskNoisyPod. If you have any questions, go like us on Facebook. Go to noisypod.com if you want to buy some swag. Summer's coming up. Buy some tank tops with my face or Mulv's face on them, or just get the neutral one that says NoisyPod on there. Get you a coffee mug if you want, or a notebook, perhaps a phone case. Either way, go buy some swag over at noisypod.com. Just click on the shop. And if you want to support the show for as little as $1 a month, go to patreon.com/noisypod. Shout out everyone that already does that. You fucking rule. You are really going to help out this Houston thing.
Yeah, Houston.
So thanks, gang.
Houston.
Yeah, that's the Noisy Pod Houston fund right now. So hit that thing up if you haven't already, and shout out everyone that has. But I think that's it, dude. So we're all gonna be okay. And until next time, everyone. Ta-ra.
Ta-ra.